Welcome to the AXA Engineers podcast, episode 9. Today, we're embarking on a deep dive into a topic that's absolutely vital to the future of infrastructure: successful civil engineering outsourcing. And hey, before we really get into it, if you find this discussion insightful, please do remember to follow us and maybe leave a comment with your thoughts. Your engagement, it really helps us bring you more valuable content like this. Okay, so let's unpack this. We're exploring the pretty nuanced world of civil engineering outsourcing today. Specifically, we're focusing on what truly elevates these partnerships, making them not just functional, but profoundly successful, trustworthy. And we've got this fascinating stack of insights straight from the heart of AXA Engineers. They're a firm that genuinely seems to exemplify how to transform an outsourced team into a really integrated, high-performing extension of, well, any project team. They've truly honed a model that allows these collaborations to really flourish, consistently delivering exceptional quality and reliability. It's quite something.
Yeah, and what's really compelling here, I think, is that the sources, they reveal this foundational truth. While, so many firms struggle with the common pitfalls in outsourced civil engineering, we're talking about things like frustratingly slow responses, or maybe recurring errors that just cascade through a project, communication breakdowns that disrupt continuity.
Yeah, those are the headaches we hear about.
Exactly. But AXA Engineers, they've meticulously engineered a different outcome. It's like they've moved beyond just avoiding problems. They've actually built this proactive, almost prescriptive framework. So this deep dive isn't just about, what they do on a specific project. It's much more about how they cultivate these truly enduring, high-quality partnerships in civil engineering outsourcing. We'll be exploring the deliberate strategies that really set AXA Engineers apart.
Right. So our mission today is pretty clear then. We want to extract the core principles that enable AXA Engineers to consistently deliver these exceptional results. And to build that level of confidence in civil engineering, outsourcing that, well, as one client actually put it, is not typical, which says a lot. We'll explore the pillars of their approach, highlighting the specific details, the nitty-gritty that make their models so effective, and importantly, why you, our listeners, should really care about this level of operational discipline when you're considering your own civil engineering outsourcing needs. It's about finding that truly strategic partner, right? Not just another vendor off the list.
Absolutely. It's a different mindset entirely.
Okay, let's start at the beginning then. Pillar 1. Why do so many firms experience such, frustrating issues when they engage in civil engineering outsourcing? We hear these stories all the time: slow responses, errors popping up again and again, communication just breaking down. It disrupts project continuity, leads to delays, cost overruns, just this general sense of unease. What is it about these common challenges that seems to plague so many partnerships in this space, even well-intentioned ones?
It really begs the question, doesn't it? What fundamental element is missing when these disruptions become, so common? And our sources, they clearly articulate that transparency is often the first casualty in these complex outsourced collaborations. I mean, think about it. Without clear, consistent access to information, without precisely defined expectations for every single deliverable, and without transparent performance metrics that everyone can see, well, even the best intentions can quickly unravel. It turns into frustration and mistrust.
Right, it's like trying to build something complex in the dark.
Exactly. It's like navigating a complex highway system in dense fog. You might have an idea where you're going, but without clear visibility, you're bound to run into issues. This fundamental lack of clear visibility and shared understanding, that's precisely where most civil engineering outsourcing partnerships start to falter. It leads directly to those persistent headaches you mentioned.
Okay, so here's where it gets really interesting, and frankly, quite revolutionary from what I've read. AXA Engineers seems to demonstrate that these common pitfalls, they aren't inevitable. They're not just part of the game in civil engineering outsourcing. It seems, on the contrary, that successful outcomes, the kind of seamless, high-quality collaboration we all want, they actually result from intentional, disciplined collaboration. It's not just luck. And they make this profound statement. At AXA Engineers, transparency isn't optional. It is engineered into every single phase of engagement. So when they say transparency is engineered, what does that actually mean in practice? How do you build transparency into a process?
It means it's systemic. It's baked into their very operational DNA, you could say. It's not an accidental byproduct or left to, individual discretion. It's a deliberate design choice. Much like an engineer meticulously designs a bridge for strength, durability, predictability.
Okay.
And Casey Palma, president of Palma Land Planning, he offers a fantastic insight here. He notes that AXA Engineers' proactive, detail-oriented approach and excellent communication ensure that tasks are completed effectively, and they consistently strive to exceed our expectations and those of our clients.
Wow.
And then he highlights this key point. This level of satisfaction is not typical in civil engineering outsourcing.
That really stands out. Not typical.
It does. And this isn't just a testament to, good customer service. It's a direct consequence of that deliberate engineering choice. For AXA Engineers, engineered transparency means they've structured their entire operational model, their systems, to ensure information flows freely. Expectations are crystal clear right from the outset, and performance is continuously visible to everyone involved.
Can you give an example? Like, how does that visibility work?
Sure. Imagine, say, a custom-built project dashboard. It integrates real-time progress updates, maybe flagged issues, even budget burn rates, perhaps. The key is both the client and the AXA team see the exact same critical data points instantly. No filters, no delays.
Okay. So everyone's looking at the same reality.
Precisely. That level of unfiltered, immediate access, it fundamentally reshapes trust. It minimizes those unwelcome surprises down the line. It's really a foundational principle for them, and it redefines what's possible in civil engineering outsourcing.
So, for you, the listener, perhaps navigating this complex landscape of civil engineering outsourcing, maybe looking for a partner that truly stands out. What this means is that the foundation of trust isn't just hoped for. It's not something you gradually earn through, painful trial and error. Instead, it's explicitly constructed. Right from day one, it's woven into the very fabric of how AXA Engineers operates. It provides a clear roadmap, a shared understanding. It minimizes surprises, maximizes efficiency, so you're not just outsourcing tasks, you're stepping into a partnership where clarity is a given. It's built right into the system, designed to eliminate ambiguity and just foster confidence from the get-go.
That's a great way to put it. The clarity is part of the design.
Okay, let's move to the next point. The sources reveal this critical insight. Seamless collaboration requires way more than just, transactional instructions being handed down. It really depends on a structured approach, one that truly integrates external teams into established workflows. Now, we often see high turnover among outsourced providers in various industries, and remote civil engineering support is no exception. Why do you think that is? What fundamentally causes these relationships to just fizzle out? Why are companies constantly searching for new partners?
Yeah, it's fascinating because this high turnover, it typically doesn't stem from specific contract failures or even a lack of technical capability from the provider, not usually. Instead, it frequently arises from these fundamental weaknesses in how collaborations are structured and managed right from the start.
How so?
Well, instability and these short-lived engagements become common when external teams are treated merely as, say, interchangeable vendors, just receiving transactional instructions for isolated individual tasks, like a TaskRabbit model almost.
Yeah, just piecework.
Exactly. And this transactional mindset where the relationship is reduced to just a series of one-off exchanges rather than a deep integrated partnership, that's a significant and often overlooked barrier to long-term success in civil engineering outsourcing. It fails to account for the human element, the need for consistent, repeatable processes, and critically, the strategic value of a truly integrated partner.
Right. But AXA Engineers, they present this compelling process-driven alternative to that all-too-common model. They place immense emphasis on systemic integration, absolute clarity of expectations, ensuring every interaction, every deliverable fits into a larger, well-understood framework.
Right.
And with, more than 1,000 projects annually and over 15 years of industry experience, this isn't just some theory they cooked up. It's clearly a proven method, refined and validated across a huge portfolio of real-world civil engineering outsourcing engagements. That longevity, combined with such impressive project volume, it really speaks volumes about the effectiveness of their approach, doesn't it?
It absolutely does. And if we connect this to the bigger picture, their approach consistently leads to these high retention rates and enduring partnerships, which is perhaps the strongest indicator of their success. You don't stick with a provider that long unless it's working exceptionally well.
True.
And this demonstrates unequivocally that success in civil engineering outsourcing is rooted in robust operational discipline. It's not dependent on, say, personality-based relationships or the individual charisma of one project manager. Those things are great, but they aren't scalable or reliable long term.
Right, people change.
Exactly. It's about building a resilient, robust system that transcends individual relationships. It ensures reliability and continuity even with personnel changes, whether on their side or yours. And this systemic reliability is absolutely crucial for maintaining consistent quality and efficiency in high-stakes civil engineering projects, especially when you're dealing with the complexities of remote collaboration.
And this systematic approach, it isn't just theory or internal processes. The sources outline 4 key pillars. These form the concrete foundation for transforming any civil engineering outsourcing provider into a fully integrated, high-performing extension of your team. These are the actionable insights, the real DNA that differentiates AXA Engineers. So let's dive into each of them, because understanding these pillars is absolutely key to unlocking the kind of profound success they achieve in civil engineering outsourcing.
Agreed. These pillars are where the how really comes into focus.
Okay, pillar 1, defining the operational role with precision, or transparency and scope. So a strong foundation is set right at the outset of any engagement with AXA Engineers. We're talking about defining the outsourced civil engineering team's operational role with surgical precision. Why is this so essential? What happens if this critical step gets overlooked? Or if roles and responsibilities are left ambiguous, open to interpretation? Seems fundamental, but often missed.
It's a critical question, definitely. What are the concrete consequences of ambiguity in civil engineering outsourcing? And why is such precision non-negotiable? Well, our sources are incredibly clear on this. Ambiguity in roles and responsibilities, it's a direct invitation to a whole host of problems.
Like what?
Scope creep, for one, where tasks subtly expand beyond the initial agreement, leading to unexpected costs, delays.
Ugh, scope creep, the classic.
Then there's duplicated efforts. Imagine 2 different teams, maybe your in-house team and the outsourced team, unknowingly working on the exact same grading plan for weeks.
Oh, that's painful. Massive rework.
Massive rework, wasted time. And critically, it leads to fundamental misalignment, where the external team's understanding of a task, maybe just slightly, doesn't quite match the in-house team's expectations, resulting in revisions that really could have been avoided with clearer instructions up front. Ultimately, it's a recipe for frustration, inefficiency, and wasted resources. It undermines the very reason you engaged in civil engineering outsourcing in the first place.
Okay, so AXA Engineers tackles this common pitfall head-on. They ensure this initial setup is robust, clear, transparency in scope, task ownership. It's paramount. Meticulously designed so nothing falls through the cracks. And they achieve this clarity by starting every single engagement with a detailed work breakdown structure, a WBS. Now, this isn't just a simple checklist, is it? What makes their WBS so effective in this outsourced context?
Absolutely not just a checklist. The WBS, as AXA uses it, it's a comprehensive, living document. It meticulously outlines every single task, clearly assigns owners to each task, defines the precise deliverables expected, and this goes from concept design all the way through permit documentation, even construction support.
So it covers the whole life cycle.
The whole relevant life cycle for that engagement. And this meticulous approach, breaking the project down into manageable, transparent components, that's what prevents confusion right from the start. For example, it might specify mandatory checkpoints for internal review before something gets submitted externally. So quality control is baked into the handover process itself, minimizing that back and forth, the rework, especially across different time zones.
Right.
It ensures everyone involved, both in-house and the outsourced civil engineering team, knows exactly their part, their responsibilities, what success looks like for each specific item. It's a proactive measure. It builds immediate trust and establishes unparalleled clarity within these civil engineering outsourcing projects.
So this precision isn't just about being efficient initially. It sounds like it's fundamentally about anticipating potential miscommunications.
Yeah.
Proactively building that shared understanding from day one. It's like front-loading the clarity to ensure smooth execution later on, preventing those frustrating correction cycles.
Exactly. It sets a strong precedent for the entire engagement in civil engineering outsourcing. It's a testament to their commitment to a proactive, problem-preventing approach, not just problem-solving.
Okay, pillar 2 then. Seamless integration through standardized workflows. Now, transparency, as the sources really emphasize, thrives not in informal habits or, ad hoc arrangements. It thrives within structured, well-defined systems. This seems like a critical point when you're trying to truly integrate external teams into your own processes, especially in complex civil engineering projects. What does this mean for ensuring consistency and reliability, particularly when people might change or projects evolve rapidly?
Well, what's truly compelling here is the absolute emphasis AXA puts on standardized, repeatable workflows that are independent of any single individual's familiarity or personal habits. This is a real game changer for outsourced engineering.
Why is that independence so key?
Because it eliminates that crippling risk of processes breaking down if a key person leaves. Or if a new team member joins, whether on your side or within the AXA Engineers team. It's not about relying on, tribal knowledge or hoping individual engineers remember every specific detail of how you like things done.
Right, the Sarah always handled that problem.
Exactly. It's about building institutional knowledge, ensuring absolute consistency in how work gets done, regardless of who is performing the task. This robustness is just essential for long-term success in civil engineering outsourcing. It ensures quality and efficiency are maintained consistently over time.
And to achieve this level of standardization, this robustness, AXA Engineers mandates a unified platform approach. They require that all project data, every piece of communication, all design revisions be managed on a single unified platform. The example given is Autodesk Construction Cloud. This sounds incredibly efficient. It seems like it would streamline so many aspects, prevent data silos, maybe avoid that nightmare of version control issues.
Oh, absolutely.
How does a specific platform like Autodesk Construction Cloud directly help solve those common collaboration headaches in civil engineering?
Well, this consistency is, in fact, absolutely critical for seamless operations in outsourced civil engineering. By mandating a unified platform, both the in-house teams and the outsourced teams follow the exact same quality assurance checklists. They adhere to identical review cycles. For civil engineering specifically, think about robust version control for CAD files.
Huge.
It prevents that nightmare scenario where teams are working on outdated drawings, which can lead to incredibly costly on-site errors and rework. It's not just a file bucket either, it's a living model. You have integrated markup tools allowing real-time feedback. Clash detection can proactively identify geometric conflicts between different disciplines before they become problems.
Catching problems early.
Exactly. This ensures complete continuity across the project lifecycle, even as personnel change. It proactively eliminates gaps in communication, information transfer, and crucially, it reinforces universal quality standards that apply equally to everyone, internal, external, doesn't matter. This unified approach is just vital for ensuring high-quality civil engineering outsourcing. It creates a truly cohesive working environment, despite any geographic distance.
Okay, that makes a lot of sense. But beyond just managing tasks and ensuring technical consistency, the sources mention something else, something really powerful, I thought. It speaks to AXA Engineers' commitment to partnership. Feedback is used as a development tool, not merely a punitive correction. They apparently go the extra mile, including engineering rationale and specific code references with their markups and revisions. That sounds transformative for the feedback loop.
It is. It's a powerful differentiator, absolutely. And a hallmark of their commitment to true partnership in civil engineering outsourcing. By turning revisions into genuine learning opportunities, by providing the why behind a change, maybe referencing a specific local zoning code or a particular engineering principle they applied, AXA Engineers doesn't just correct an error. They fundamentally enhance the external team's technical understanding, their problem-solving capabilities.
So the outsourced team gets better over time.
Precisely. This deliberate approach gradually increases the external team's autonomy and reliability. Over time, they make fewer errors. They anticipate challenges more effectively because they understand the underlying principles better. It transforms what could be a negative experience receiving corrections into a genuine growth opportunity. It fosters a truly collaborative spirit and deepens the technical expertise of the outsourced civil engineering partner. It's about building long-term capability, not just fixing immediate mistakes.
That's investing in your partner, really.
It is a long-term investment.
Okay, moving to Pillar 3. Align timelines and non-negotiable technical standards. So AXA Engineers places immense importance on aligning timelines and deliverable expectations, establishing these critical parameters right from day one of a civil engineering outsourcing engagement. How does this commitment to clear scheduling contribute to overall project success? How does it foster mutual accountability between everyone involved, especially when you're working across different time zones or with distributed teams?
Well, clear scheduling is absolutely foundational. It's not just about due dates. It meticulously defines what constitutes a draft, what's expected in a review cycle, what constitutes a final version of any deliverable.
Being granular.
Exactly. This level of detail aligns expectations across all contributors, regardless of their location. So for instance, if a drainage plan needs a certain level of detail for a preliminary review, that's clearly defined up front. That prevents the common frustration of receiving a subpar draft that isn't ready for review.
Saves everyone time.
Huge amounts of time. This predictability in timelines eliminates unnecessary delays, reduces guesswork, and significantly enhances mutual accountability. Among both the in-house and the outsourced civil engineering teams, it's about setting a clear, predictable rhythm for the entire project, ensuring everyone's on the same page, working towards shared milestones, which honestly is often a missing ingredient in less structured outsourcing engagements. It leads to that endless chasing for updates or clarification.
Right. And hand in hand with aligned timelines, you mentioned technical alignment is absolutely non-negotiable for AXA engineers. Their comprehensive onboarding guide ensures all contributors, internal and external, use the exact same software platforms, templates, layer conventions, naming protocols. That sounds incredibly rigorous. Why is this level of technical standardization so crucial in civil engineering, where even small inconsistencies can have major repercussions down the line?
Oh, it's absolutely foundational. Foundational for seamless collaboration and preventing costly errors. A consistent technical environment eliminates a vast array of potential errors, and it supports truly seamless integration of work product, regardless of where team members are located.
Can you give an example of where that breaks down without standards?
Sure, think about something as basic as layer conventions in CAD drawings. If one team uses, say, drainage storm and another uses DWG-TRM for the exact same elements, integrating these files later for a comprehensive site plan becomes this manual, error-prone headache, sometimes requiring hours of correction just to get the base files aligned.
I can picture the frustration.
Right. AXA Engineers' non-negotiable standard means every pipe, every curb, every contour is instantly recognizable and compatible across all drawings, regardless of who drafted it. This dramatically slashes integration time. It eliminates potential geometric conflicts when layering information, and it ensures all files are compatible and easily integrated into larger project models. It guarantees the output from their outsourced civil engineering is truly compatible, immediately usable, and maintains the highest quality standards. It's essentially creating a unified digital workspace that mirrors the operational clarity established by the WBS.
That level of detail and technical alignment is really impressive. It just removes so many potential points of failure, ensures the work is consistent, high quality from the start, which is paramount in any civil engineering project.
Absolutely.
It speaks volumes about AXA engineers' commitment to precision and, again, preventing problems before they even arise.
It's proactive, not reactive.
Okay, Pillar 4, performance monitoring for growth and long-term engagement. Now, when we think about performance monitoring in civil engineering outsourcing, our minds often default to, just tracking hours worked or maybe budget consumed, simple inputs and outputs. But the sources highlight that AXA Engineers takes a much more sophisticated approach. They focus intently on quality and responsiveness. What kind of metrics do they track transparently? And how do these metrics go beyond mere timekeeping to actually drive improvement?
Yeah, this is another key differentiator. They track key operational metrics like first-time approval rates.
Okay, that's interesting.
And response times are another big one. This provides a clear window into both efficiency and quality, not just effort. For example, monitoring the first-time approval rate of, say, a set of drainage calculations tells you immediately about the quality of the initial output. Way more informative than just knowing how many hours were spent producing it.
Right. Quality, not just quantity.
Exactly. And this transparency, this visibility into specific performance data, it allows for precise root cause analysis when issues inevitably arise, because they will. But instead of devolving into a punitive blame game, it encourages accountability by identifying why an error occurred. Maybe it was a misunderstanding of a specific local code requirement, or a misinterpretation of a design intent from the lead engineer.
So it's agnostic.
Precisely.
Yeah.
And importantly, these metrics serve as powerful tools for continuous growth and improvement. By analyzing frequent error types, maybe they see recurring issues with a certain type of calculation. AXA engineers can guide targeted training initiatives. They foster continuous improvement, transforming that raw data into actionable insights for the outsourced civil engineering team. It's about learning and evolving together, proactively addressing weaknesses, not just policing performance.
Okay. In sustaining that long-term engagement, fostering continuous growth within a civil engineering outsourcing partnership, that requires thoughtful workload management, doesn't it? Yeah. It's not just about getting tasks done today, but nurturing the team itself for tomorrow. How does AXA Engineers ensure their partner teams stay engaged, motivated, and continue to grow their expertise over time, rather than just burning out on repetitive tasks?
Well, what's truly fascinating here is their strategic approach to workload management and skill development. It's quite deliberate. AXA Engineers doesn't just assign, the same repetitive tasks over and over to their outsourced teams. They deliberately rotate partner teams across various scopes of work. Things like grading, drainage, permitting, utility design.
Variety.
Variety, yes. And this rotational strategy is incredibly smart. It avoids stagnation, which can kill motivation, and it significantly broadens the expertise of their civil engineering teams. So, for example, an engineer who might primarily focus on grading for one project, well, on the next project, they might be given a complex drainage design task. This deepens their overall understanding of how different site elements are interconnected.
Makes them a more rounded engineer.
Exactly. This strategy not only promotes deep technical development and versatility, but it also strongly supports retention. People stay when they're learning and challenged. It ensures the civil engineering outsourcing team remains dynamic, highly skilled, and continually invested in their craft. And that delivers ever-increasing long-term value back to the clients.
So this proactive approach to team development, it means you're not just getting a static service provider. You're not just buying hours. You're truly getting a continuously improving, evolving partner whose capabilities expand with every project they do for you.
That's the goal.
That's an investment in their growth that directly benefits your projects by bringing greater expertise and efficiency to the table. It's a win-win.
It absolutely is.
Okay, let's talk about the broader impact then. Section 7, from management to leadership in civil engineering outsourcing. So when we bring all these pillars together, this operational clarity, the technical standardization, the focus on mutual growth, and it's all underpinned by that engineer transparency we started with. What does this comprehensive approach truly mean for creating durable outsourcing partnerships in civil engineering? How does it transform the very nature of the relationship?
Well, when these critical elements are firmly anchored by transparency, the relationship unequivocally transcends mere management. It becomes a true partnership of leadership.
Management versus leadership. Explain that distinction.
Management is often about overseeing tasks, controlling processes, ensuring compliance. Leadership is about shared vision, fostering growth, enabling potential, building trust. It signifies a strategic investment in the long-term success of the civil engineering outsourcing relationship, rather than just treating it as, a peripheral transactional attention point on a spreadsheet.
Right.
It's about shared vision and shared responsibility. Jim Collins, in Good to Great, famously noted that great vision without great people is irrelevant.
A classic.
And that applies so profoundly to civil engineering outsourcing. Even the most ambitious projects require exceptional integrated teams to actually realize that vision. AXA Engineers understands this deeply. They're not just managing work being done elsewhere, they're leading collaborative success.
Okay. But the sources also highlight that strong relationships alone, while obviously important, aren't enough. Not in the highly technical world of civil engineering, where you've got precise data, complex drawings, strict deadlines, all intersecting. So what's the ultimate glue holding every single one of these elements together, ensuring that seamless execution in civil engineering outsourcing?
It comes back to that core idea, transparency. Transparency is the fundamental infrastructure holding every element together. It's the connective tissue. It ensures data flows freely and accurately. Drawings are understood without ambiguity. Deadlines are met with predictable regularity. And because of this, providers of civil engineering outsourcing services, well, they really shouldn't be evaluated solely by their hourly rates or just a simple menu of services they offer.
Which is often how it's done, isn't it?
Yeah.
Comparing rate sheets.
It is often how it's done. But it's a limited approach. Ultimately, providers should be evaluated by their proven potential and their demonstrated capability to build these structured, high-performing partnerships. Much like the model AXA Engineers exemplifies, the shift in evaluation criteria moving from just cost-cutting to real capability building that is absolutely crucial for long-term success, for truly unlocking the full potential of outsourced engineering.
Okay, so for our listeners who might be considering this kind of strategic civil engineering outsourcing, maybe they're intrigued by this integrated model championed by AXA Engineers. What's the best, most practical way to get started? How can they, dip their toes in the water without a massive upfront commitment, prove the concept for themselves?
Yeah, that's a great question. And our sources clearly suggest that a small-scale pilot project is often the most effective and lowest risk starting point.
A pilot project. Makes sense.
It allows both parties, the client and AXA engineers, to really align expectations in a practical setting, to establish and test the communication platform, make sure it works smoothly for everyone, and crucially, to build trust through the successful completion of a real, albeit contained, test project. It's a pragmatic, low-risk way to experience the profound benefits of a truly integrated partnership model firsthand. To see how AXA Engineers' approach to civil engineering outsourcing actually delivers on its promises in the real world.
So it's about building confidence, one successful deliverable at a time.
Exactly, demonstrating value quickly and tangibly.
And this isn't just beneficial for that initial trust-building phase. These strong integrated partnerships, like the ones AXA Engineers fosters, they aren't just a nice-to-have. They are absolutely essential for consistent, high-quality delivery in complex civil engineering projects.
Couldn't agree more.
They effectively become the operating system of outsourced success, right?
Yeah.
Driving efficiency, reducing errors, ensuring project continuity.
That's a perfect analogy, the operating system.
So wrapping this up, what does this all mean for you, our listener, considering civil engineering outsourcing? It means that firms like AXA Engineers, they're not just providing a service. They're not just task takers. They are engineering an entirely new paradigm of collaboration, one built on profound transparency, meticulous integration, and this relentless focus on mutual growth. They don't just solve problems after they happen. They actively work to prevent them through a structured, proactive approach. An approach that promises not just satisfactory results, but truly exceptional, trust-filled partnerships that genuinely elevate your projects.
And this, I think, raises a really important question for you to consider. If the success of your next civil engineering project truly hinges on operational clarity, on seamless integration, and on having a partner who is genuinely invested in your growth and long-term success, can you really afford not to explore a relationship anchored by this unparalleled level of engineered transparency that AXA Engineers provides?
That's a powerful question to end on. We really hope this deep dive has offered valuable insights into how AXA Engineers is redefining excellence in civil engineering outsourcing. If what you've heard today resonates with your project needs, if you're ready to experience a truly integrated partnership, we highly encourage you to connect with AXA Engineers. See how their unique, process-driven approach can elevate your next project. And hey, before you go, please remember to follow us. And share your thoughts in the comments. We genuinely love hearing from you.